Hello and welcome back. Time for ETS2. The update is out if you haven't heard or seen. I'm guessing you have now if you've only just seen that. Right, so we're going to go straight into it. I've already got a couple of trailers bought. Haven't done a job yet though, so let's grab a job with the trailer. No pro mods. I don't even think I've left rust map on. I may have even taken it off. We're not planning on going very far. I'm going to stick in the UK if I can and try and do the roads around the UK. So, first things first, get a job. Might even just do small jobs around London for now. Well, that map doesn't look like it's drawn very well. Onto that, we're going to land straight in the middle of the sea. Hello there, Dale. Where are we? Let's do the easy one for starters, shall we? 20 ton of flour. It looks like I'm picking it up from next door. Busy. Right, police, let them go by. I'm guessing I'm just going next door. It's a shame I didn't have a little road leading through. You know, it's kind of nice not actually having pro mods on because the frames per second is so much better. Hello Dale, how you doing? Oh, nice helicopter. And that's not going to go in easily because I've gone a completely the wrong angle. I did get the comment, I did reply. I said if you want to, you can try and add it to the Facebook page I've got. I'm not in Mark's group. Oop. Engine. Filling her up. There we are, no worries. Right then, so should be all loaded up. And what's that? If you just look for Ultrawide, if you need to find that, you should find it. It's got my logo and everything on it, so hopefully you can't miss it. I bet you can't wait. What is it you're waiting for? Is it just getting the game or just getting everything together? Clever. Hold on. Why are the two markers there on the floor? That's really weird. Because it says stop the engine, you stop the engine, it doesn't let you do anything. Okay. Am I missing something? Oh, there we are. Trailer's detached. Hold on, how did the trailer get detached? Did I press it without me realising? Oh, gee. I'm having one of those days, aren't I? I'm so used to just dropping off and hitting the trailer button. I probably did the trailer button without me realising. Right, that should do it. Jesus. Where's my coffee? That's why I need my coffee. Alright, current job offers. What have we got? Ooh, that's not Cardiff. That's like Devon and Cornwall. Alright, okay. Someone's going to be like having an early Christmas. Let's try a Cardiff run, shall we? A little bit further afield. Right, give me a moment, because I have a small visitor. Sorry about that. Someone's got a little child who doesn't want to go and stay in bed and go to sleep. Oh, the joys. Anyway, that should be sorted now. Let's try again, shall we? Well, you've watched enough of the game there, Dale, so I'm sure you're going to be pretty much an expert as soon as you start. You just got to put the time in to build up your company. What have we got while we're waiting for the lights? 6 hours. Yeah, I thought you had. That's okay, it's no problem. Wow, that's pitch black. I know I put the night enhancement mod on, but blimey, that is dark. That's the lights. Just gotta remember which one does which. To be honest, when you start from scratch, it's exactly the same, except you're using somebody else's truck. It's just a matter of building up a good amount of money. I wouldn't jump in too early with the loans. And then just being careful not to trash your trucks. Here we are, they're already started swerving over the roads. It's got a list, probably got a list as long as your arm ready to download. I'd even say forget the mods to start with. Get yourself in and get yourself just accustomed to the game, and then add the mods, because otherwise you kind of, if you go straight in for the mods, you're not going to appreciate what you're having with the mods, to be honest. And I'm not saying do that and do like 6 months, just a day driving, get used to it, see what's about, and then start to see what the differences are when you add the mods. Like this nighttime mod, it really darkens the whole game down, but to me it adds so much more atmosphere during the nighttime driving. A lot of the mods at the moment, they're all going to need updating to the new 1.32 anyway. Because along with me taking pro mods off, I took a shed load of other mods off as well, because they were highlighted as being an issue or causing problems when I tried to load. speeding already. Yeah, the truck mods are worth having, but I'd still start with the base truck. There we go. Speeding offence. The best part is, without pro mods, your frames per second, so much better. Don't get me wrong, in the busy cities as well, it'll take a dive, but it's just not as bad. Yep, you gotta look the part. There was an error on that truck. Now we're out of the beta now. It's been fully released. We're waiting for pro mods now to catch up. That'll probably be another week because they'll have to make sure all the roads connecting to the new areas are tidied up and sorted. And in theory the game should be running a little bit quicker as well overall. What have we got? Only 148 miles. We've got plenty of fuel. 3 hours to go. See, this is what I think. With the night mod, it makes these areas which are lit a lot more standout-ish. I haven't got the HDR fix because that is no longer compatible, so I've got to wait for that to be fixed. Now I'm still carrying on my profile because I'm still trying to map as much as I can. I mean, my mission with my profile is to get to 100% map, but I'll also be expanding the map as and when the maps that do come out are compatible with each other. So for now it's really promods and Rust map. I may add other maps later on, but my kind of mission is to make sure those maps are mapped to at least 100%. And hello, Mark. Didn't even catch the name, do apologise. Yeah, there's no need to start a new profile at the end of the day, so it's up to you. If you want to start a new one to, you know, build your company up again, but you should be able to just continue. If any mods that are not compatible, so when you go into your mod list, they should be highlighted reds for the ones that aren't compatible. Just get rid of them and try your game. And as long as you haven't got anything else, the only other ones the only ones I took off, because I did have a little bit of trouble, were the Jazzy Cats AI and truck pack. Took them off because I know that he did a beta workaround for some of those packs, but I don't know if that same one will work, so I thought, you know what, be done with it for now, and I'll wait until he does an update fully, and I'll put them back in then. 2 hours 40 to go. It's really hard trying to behave because I just want to go for it. Not a problem, anytime. More than welcome. Dale, I'll check that out later then. Remember when I started out with my rig, I just had what? Very early days, I just had the the G27, and the G29 was the last Logitech wheel I had. They were just strapped to a table. Did me fine for a year or two before I decided to swap out. Nope, it's all ready with the trailers. So when you download it, you'll all be up to date with the trailer pack. So really it's just a matter of starting your company, working your way up to get your first truck. And then once you've got your truck going and you've probably got a couple of people driving for you earning money, then it may be worth your while looking to get a trailer. I'm not quite sure if it's worth you getting your own trailer first, or whether you probably better off at least getting one company kitted out with drivers, which is what, 5 drivers in total once you've got the garage upgraded. Bosnian Gamer, good to see ya. How you doing? Trust me to pick a nighttime job, innit? I would sleep, but it's hardly worth it. We'll be there now. It's only, what, just under 2 hours to get there? So Bosnian, are you a trucker as well? Are you an ETS guy? +800 hours, holy... Someone's been busy. Come on, buddy. Move your butt. Oh, here they come. Well, you know, 2 years is still a good time. I mean, if you did that in 6 months, something's got to be wrong. I think he's just talking about the DLC for ETS. Because I've already said that we're still waiting for the update for promods. Hopefully that'll be a week or so away at most. Right now, until promods is updated, all you want to do is when you get your PC, obviously get it all sorted, get your Steam sorted, download ETS and any of the downloadable content you're going to pay for, and just start enjoying a game. I wouldn't worry about promods for at least a day or two. You could download if you want to use pro mods, but I'm happy to start using the trailer now. I'm still using my old profile unupdated. As far as I'm aware, you can't use the pro mods until they've done the big change, so it means using an older version of ETS in the meantime. Hardly worth the effort with a change around the corner. Okay, what have we got going on here? Alright, he's going for it, is he? Seriously, what is going on here? AI is playing funny buggers. Five o'clock in the morning. Oh, should be getting a bit of daylight soon. Ah, nicely done. How did you manage to get that one then? Ah, missed that one then. They're probably all snapped up by now. If you're going to use pro mods, you will need all the downloadable content because it's not going to work properly without it all. But to start the game, as I said, you probably don't even really need pro mods just to enjoy the UK side of things. So if you just want to travel around the UK, do a few jobs just to get used to it, just get the main content for now and jump straight into the game. You can always add the content later on. I would, for me, because it's a new PC and you're not quite sure how things are going to run and what it's going to do, I would just get ETS to download that, give the game a go. If you're happy, then make sure you get the content on top of the DLC, and then once you've got all of that, then probably look at getting the pro mods. Oh boy. We will be getting there shortly. Where are we? It's only around the corner, isn't it? Where's my... No. There we go. Of course. That's what we've got to play with. Yeah, exactly. Just jump in with the main game for now. Make sure everything's working as you want it to, and then worry about the rest as and when the funds allow. See if I remember which key I put it on now, because I always forget. Oh, lovely jubbly. Second job in, not going to do anything too fancy. We're just going to do job to job. Jumping around the UK for now. Let's have a look at the small little jobs again. Which direction are we going to go? I don't know if I want to go into France yet. Blimey, that's a bit of a trip. Straight in there, isn't it? Not wasting any time. Right, let's try that one then. Got a good Grimsby. And who knew they were into peanut butter so much? And Dale, I wouldn't worry too much. You know, it may seem a bit daunting because of all this DLC and stuff, but to be honest, once you got the base game in and you know, done a couple of jobs, you'll be up to speed in no time. You've seen enough of it on the screen. pressing the indicator the wrong way. Turning left and indicating right. That was clever. Have a look on, what's it called? Oh my gosh. All Key Shop. Kind of gives you an idea of what's available and where when it comes to the games and DLCs. So, if there's a sale on, say at Green Man Gaming or CD Keys, and maybe Steam might be full price, this will tell you if something's on, so I'd recommend looking there as well. And what do you know, it's raining in the UK. Ooh, we have thunder and lightning. Yeah, it's a good one to check, even if you end up going directly to the website afterwards that you found, you know? But usually, my usual ones are either checking Green Man Gaming, Steam itself with a sale. CD Keys is very good. They've usually got a deal going on. Well, if it's a big pack, by all means spend the money, but make sure it includes everything you want and not little things that you're not going to use. I don't remember reading anything about DirectX 11. I know they said something about making graphical tweaks to improve performance, but I've not read anything that suggests they've changed the version of DirectX or anything, or added anything fancy, to say the least. If anything, it's probably just optimizations. Could be wrong though, I must admit I haven't read the brief that they give out with the update itself. I just downloaded the thing. Well, you'd think, you know, if they were changing DirectX version, that would be a rather big announcement. Because I'd like to think that, you know, changing the DirectX version isn't just a matter of, you know, telling the rendering pipeline to go to DirectX 11. I would think it was a lot more work involved in that, and that's something they would want to tell people about. But I'll be surprised. That would be a significant change for them, so I would have thought they'd make more of a sing and dance about it, you know? Thought it prudent to wait. Honk, honk. Oh, absolutely. I'll take any speed improvement with the game over absolutely nothing, because it does suffer in the very busy areas, especially when you know, running triple screens and what have you. But I tell you what, mind, if you bought this game when it first came out, it'd be a hell of an investment, because even if you spent full price on it, the amount of support they give, the number of updates they do over time, not many games that actually do that. £40 for all the DLC. Is that including all the stupid, you know, paint your truck with a flag thing? I wouldn't bother with the paint packs unless there was something you're really after. I would just go for the main DLCs, the maps, and then get the little bits and bobs on the side. If I were you, I'd have a look, price up what you want. If you can pick it up cheaper than £40, then fair enough. Buy the other stuff. If it's going to work out more than £40, then fair enough. Actually, when is the next sale? Is it Christmas, or would there be one before then? There might be a Black Friday sale. That's not too far away. Yeah, there's a lot of paint jobs I haven't bought. I just went for the main DLCs and things like the cargo packs and stuff like that. Most of the other stuff I just get from the Steam Workshop at the end of the day. So unless you want, you know, some of their paint jobs, and usually you can pick them up at the sale for what, 50, 70p? It might seem like it's a good deal because you're getting everything for £40, but trust me, half the stuff you probably wouldn't even touch. Have you shopped around the different sites to see if they're doing any deals? If there's no sale on Steam, then I would have a look at CD Keys. They often have deals on games. I've got the special transport. I wish they did more with it, because I find that it's very much the same over and over. It could be a lot more technical than what it is, because I find it quite easy to drive the truck. You know, there isn't anything relatively difficult with it. The parking could be a little bit difficult, because I find a lot of the times you're just driving the truck straight into your parking stop. You know, and fair enough, it's a big load. I'm guessing in real life they would try and make it as easy as possible for you, but a little bit of a challenge would be nice, considering it's a game. But maybe they'll expand on that later. It's nice to have it. I mean, I would say with a special transport, if it's in a sale and it's a good price, pick it up. Because it is nice to mix up the game when you're driving along, you're doing trips back and forth all day long. It's nice to go, you know what, I'll do a special transport, I'll do that, and break up the game flow for a bit. Where did you see ETS2 EU? Not heard it described like that before. Not noticed a wimble before in game. Is that a new one on me? I can't remember. So we now got a wimble that has movable parts. Nope, don't remember seeing that before. Mind you, I used to drive up and down here so fast that everything was a blur probably. I'm actually trying to take my time for a change. I finished my coffee. Damn it, I did. It's gotta be hard for me to notice car changes in here. I always use the Jazzy Pack car pack. I mean, that added like 300 cars and added an extra 10 minutes to the load time of the game. But it was good though. I'm gonna wait for that to be updated again now and I'll add it to the pack again. That's me maxed out. I've got the truck limiter on for a change, so I can't really misbehave too much. How much fuel I got? I've got plenty of fuel. No, he's pulling away for a change. Yeah, it is. It's direct drive. And nothing much to look at. But they do the job. I've got to admit, I think I've got to change the wheel setup for the game. It feels a little bit different. What website are you getting that data from, Dale? Because if it's just an ETS download, it's not going to be for multiplayer, because multiplayer obviously is Truckers MP. Did I miss a line of text and we're talking about multiplayer now? Because if it's just ETS2, and it's a purchase, I don't know why you would have ETS2 and ETS2 EU. And you know who's piping up. Good old Amazon. Alexa, stop. Oh my god. She's kicking off again. She's complaining. Maybe they've done an EU version only, but to be honest, just get the standard one that you would get in the UK anyway. What you got to remember is some keys will only work for EU Steam and not UK Steam. So I would go for whatever works with the UK Steam. Maybe they've kind of locked out certain areas. I'd like to think it would work in the UK as well, but just play safe, to be honest. You'd have to make sure it's compatible with, you know, the region. That's the only thing I can think of. One out of the way. Swerve. You watch now, he's doing this now. All the prices will change in a week's time. Yeah, but you can guarantee when you go to buy, it'll be all changed again. You'll be like, no, where do I buy from? That was a bit bright. Yeah, just go for the cheapest version that works with your Steam. Job done. So who's got the cheapest price at the moment then? Never heard of that one. Whoa. That's... Are you sure you're buying ETS2 and not an actual caravan? I've never heard of that one at all. Mind you, there are some random websites out there. Does that site have any reviews? Now either he's found a website that no one's ever heard of, because that's a new one to me, or he's just typing random words into chat. I'm not quite sure at the moment. Only a week? I'm surprised. More than 2 weeks, sorry. There's some nice views around here. It's done well. Kind of hard driving like that. We get the idea. Let's go back inside before I crash it. Dale, don't worry, no one else knew what you said either. We're all confused. Oh, wrong gear. Oh, here we go. Don't go down any further. Yeah. Can't go wrong with those two. That, or if you're in no rush, wait for something like a Black Friday sale. That's what, November time, innit? End of November. And then, you never know, between now and maybe a month or two, they might do a sale on ETS anyway. Because I know they do them every so often. There's nothing that says you have to go out and buy everything straight away anyway. Out of interest, Dale, is there actually any other game you're going to play, or is it just ETS? Turning too much of that. Yeah, all the sites really do sales every so often. They tend to be more genre based, so you know, it'd be football or something. Absolutely Bosnian. Exactly the same for me. I've got ETS, but I tend to use ETS now more of a test. If I want to do something that I don't want to mess around with too much on ETS, then I'll just play and try it out on ATS. What are you doing? Stay there. I'll say one thing, it does seem to be playing a little bit smoother than it has been recently, so it does look like the update, whatever they've done, it's certainly helping. It might be a placebo effect, I don't know, but do you know what? I was looking through the achievements for ETS, and one of the achievements is to drive, is it one of every truck 1,000 miles or something? I haven't even done that yet. So I said to myself, right, I must one day go out, buy one of every truck, and look at doing that achievement. And I'll try and get them modded or something. Add it to your wish list, come on. Makes it easy to find. I bet he's already done it. I hope the money goes in then. Someone's not going to be a happy bunny. Am I going anyway? Straight on and then left. before we do anything, I want to open up whatever that is to my left. And then we'll look at dropping it off. Come on. Oh, we'll have that. Only problem is now we've got to reverse out. That was easy enough. That sounds like a plan. We're in Grimsby. That wasn't a particular impression of anything or anyone, but you know. Whoop. Up. Poof it round. Beep. Yeah, it can get to quite a bit, but it's good that there's been quite a bit of content and updates, so it makes it more interesting again. I've kind of set my mission to try and do the map 100%. It's going to take me an age, obviously, but it's nice to have a goal to work to. Oh no. Need to put it back to the main screen so you can see. Whoops. Well, yeah, you know, it gives you more to explore. So that's what the mission is at the moment, you know, is opening up the map as much as I can, ideally 100%, but whether that'll ever happen, I'll never know. And obviously I'm trying to do it rather than just starting a job from, I don't know, say Aberdeen, or then jumping across to Hamburg or something. It's, you take a job, let's say it takes you to Aberdeen, then you go from Aberdeen, you know, so I'm trying to do it properly. But it was blimmin' hard work to try and hit the main roads. Today, I'm not really concentrating on it. I just want to play around with the trailer, making sure I'm doing that right and get used to using the trailer. Manchester. Actually, let's have a quick look at the map, shall we? Because gives you an idea. Oh, blimey, look at that. See, there's now this area before was pretty much all yellow. Now I've kind of gone back and it's like, you've changed it, and I got to remap. Actually, I might be better off going over there because there's a lot of roads I can hit and start increasing. And I've still got Rust map loaded and saved there just in case, waiting for the update for that one. And Italy's there. Obviously the map needs to be shifted here because everything's out of whack. Hopefully they'll fix that shortly. Anyhow, let's go back actually. So if we can get a trip that goes to what, Frankfurt or something? I think we're better off, yeah, Dusseldorf, all of that. We're better off heading that way because there's a shed load of roads to start using. Job, cargo. Well, this is my... I've started the game a number of times, but this one is an original start. This has gone from the beginning, and I've kept it going for as long as I can. I was lucky enough that this profile nearly crashed once, but I managed to save it. And ever since then, whenever there's an update, I back up. Back up every time now. Because this is getting to a point where I've done so much work. If I had to start again, I'd pull my hair out, I think. Wow, look at that for a trip. Don't know if I want to go that far just yet. Maybe get into France. Lucky enough, this heads off to a few areas. Glasgow. That could be a good one. Get up there and head down. Let's do that one. It should be relatively quick. Wait a minute, did I select the job? Job market. Watch me be plum now, I forgot probably. I don't think I pressed the button, did I? Now I've got to reverse the truck all the way back. Too keen to get going, that was the problem. Not there yet. There we are. Ugh. Right, we got the load. Let's go. We might want to pick up some fuel on the way. Yeah, just get the game and the maps from SCS. Worry about pro mods later. There's not much point in getting pro mods, because if you want to play with trailers you can't use pro mods at the moment. You have to wait for the update, so there's no point in downloading the one that's there now until they've brought the new version out. So whether that's going to be 2.31, I'm not entirely sure, but I wouldn't download it now because you're just going to be wasting your time downloading it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, when it comes to pro mods, you're gonna need all the downloadable content. But you don't have to get pro mods straight away, which means you don't have to buy all the content straight away. But if it's in a pack and it's a deal price, then just get all the downloadable content from SCS straight away in terms of the maps. And that would be the best way anyway. You buy the game, all the maps from SCS, you're pretty much set to travel the majority of the game. And then once you've played, say, I don't know, a couple of days to a week of that, and if you're ready to jump into pro mods, by then, pro mods should be available anyway, I would have thought. Oh, that's me not in the right gear. Oh yeah, you'd be sorted if you do that then. And by the time they've done pro mods and updated that, Rust map should be updated as well. You can download that as well. I know there are other maps out there, but I don't know. You hear that some of them aren't fully compatible, so I tend to leave them alone, to be honest. Sound like a squirrel. Well, that's a first. Wait, I'm not even concentrating now. Oh, sorry. I was like, hold on, what are they on about? Right. No. We just might be the same age, that's about it, to be honest. No, definitely not from Essex. No, wait, get out. Essex. I've never had anybody say, "Are you from Essex?" Whoa, that's a new one on me. I've been told that before. Talked to somebody before, they're like, "You've got a voice for radio." And I was like, really? I don't think so. That's true, it's better than a face for radio, I guess. But then again, I may have both, you never know. I'm not about to jump on cam and prove that point, by the way, so you can forget that now. Radio 2. I think he's trying to insult me here, I don't know. But, you know, I said, you know, I might be older. I'm not that old. Well, let's put it this way. If the streams are as good as squirrels, then I'll take it as a compliment. I just wish my channel was as big as Squirrel's, you know? But yeah, no. Maybe one day, but yeah. I won't pin my hopes on it. That's a nice looking bridge. Trying to see if we can get a view without crashing. I do love that view. Okay, stop messing around. Squirrel's a busy man these days. Can't be doing too bad. He's flying a real plane and everything from what I've seen. Taking what? His license? Now that'd be something I'd love to do, but I don't think I'd ever afford to do that. That and the fact I just want to, you know, just do my own thing. I don't think I could put up with the old flight control telling you what to do and where to be and checking this and checking that. I'll just do my nutting. Are you saying he puts you to sleep then? Well, you know, I know that does he really stream live? I don't know if he does live streaming. I tend to leave it until it's like speak until he's spoken to, or if I might have somebody chatting in Skype with me, but obviously you might not hear them, so I'll be talking to them while I'm playing. But a lot of the streams I think he does, though, he's obviously recording it and uploading it. So I guess in a way he feels that maybe he has to talk about the game in some way. Yeah, I've caught a few of his videos. It's not somebody I've watched constantly, I'll admit that much. But yeah, he is one of the few people I did start watching when I got into ETS. Oh, absolutely. I mean, you don't get to that kind of level in YouTube without, you know, giving something back to the people, or otherwise, you know, people just aren't going to sit there and watch you at the end of the day. You know, you've got to have a bit of a personality, you've got to be able to talk to people, you've got to be able to talk about the game, you know. A lot of which, you know, I'm missing, obviously, but... The way I look at it, I'm going to be gaming anyway, so why not streaming at the same time? It ain't going to kill me to do it. Well, there's no harm helping people. There's no competition to have the best this, you know. All the content's out there to get. It's just a matter of looking for it and finding it, you know. Sometimes you come a cropper and find something really good, other times you see somebody else has got it. You just want to nab it. Right, well done, I'm in the wrong lane. Oop, that'll be curb. And they're all stopping. Come on. That didn't register. Let's try that again. So we're coming up to the port. Yeah! Wait for it. Yeah, I've not seen Squirrel stream for a while. Most of the content I've seen tends to be uploaded stuff. Then again, I could be missing it, so I don't keep an eye that much these days. I mean, crikey, most of the time I'm streaming myself these days, so it's kind of difficult. Where's he going? Blimey, what speed was he going? Didn't think he was going to stop. Alright, there we are. I don't use Twitch, so that'll be why. That explains a lot. I think I used Twitch. Oh, here we go. Where are we going? I'll have to check the map again. I can't remember. I've only used Twitch in the past, and that was only to watch some Elite Dangerous streams, and that was about it, to be honest. Okay. Embark. Yeah, these people who have the other channels and pay for content, I'm not convinced, man. If it works for them, great. But I guess you gotta be on and above your game for that to work. He's looking here, he's gotta be bored. Hey, hold on a minute. I'm probably driving on the right side of the road. I just realised we just went across. Make sure I get on the right side of the road, shall we? Forgot we're not in the UK anymore. Oh, don't get me wrong, I mean, there's no disrespect to the guy. What he's done is very good. His videos are informative. Yeah, he might talk a lot for some people, but I'm sure for others, they love that. I mean, I've got no complaints either way, to be honest, from what I've seen. Oh, you want to watch that one, Dale? So relaxing. If you're not careful, this game will put you to sleep. You'll be driving down the road, it'll be a night time in the game, you'll have the lights off, next thing you know, your eyes will be closing and you'll be crashed into a wall. Done that before now. Oh, here we go, speed differences, careful. Lucky enough, you can't really lose your license in this game. Tell you what, if they did that, I would have lost mine ages ago. I didn't go into gear. It's not going to gear. Get in gear. It doesn't help when you got the drone of the truck, especially if you're cruising. The one thing that's helped me a lot with this game is having the shifter and using the shifter. Because if I didn't have the shifter and all I had to do was hit the throttle and the brake and steer, I probably would be asleep half the time. But having this shifter, the truck shifter, because you've got a flicker switch here, flicker switch there, put it here, press the clutch, keeps you busy. And it's kind of weird because when you think about it, professional truck drivers, when they have their trucks, a lot of them use automatics. If I was being a truck driver, I don't know if I'd have an auto. I don't know. I guess it's one of those things, until you've done that job for real, you don't know whether it's still going to be, you know, any better to use auto, manual or whatever. Well, should have turned that a little bit more. Hold on. I'll go speeding now. Oh yeah, fuel, I forgot about that. But we got enough. We're gonna get 74 miles to go. Wasn't there a guy next to me? Yeah, the Logitech shifter. If anybody's going to have a Logitech shifter, I'd recommend upgrading the shifter. You can mod the shifter to make it feel better. It's a great little shifter, but there's just no feel to it. Because when I had my Logitech, it was just like, oh, you can just tap it into gear so easy. There was just no resistance with it. But yeah, if I was going to carry on, I think it's only like 15-20 quid. You get the rubber mod or something, you shove it inside, and it stiffens it all up. So I'd recommend doing that. Same with the pedals. If you're going to have the Logitech pedals, look online in eBay for the GTI brake mod. It's like an 18 quid spring. And that's what I did with my pedals, and that was the one biggest change I did to the pedals, and it felt brilliant. Really improved the pedal. Yeah, we're good. We've only got 53 miles to get there. Plenty of fuel on board to do that. Look it up, and I know they do them on eBay, but I think there's a website, what's it called, 3D Wrap or something? I think there's an Italy or Italian-based company. I think that's where I saw them when I had my wheel anyway. But I know they sell them on eBay. They're cheap enough. I think it's like 15-20 quid again for that mod, and it's probably worth it. That's what get me. You've got all these little side roads, half of which you never get to go on. And one day I just like to see if I can get over there and go down those roads. You know what? I actually thought about picking up a G29 shifter, because you can pick them up for like 30 quid. Even if I mod it then and use it as a separate sequential shifter. Thing is, now I've got this shifter, the SHH. I don't need to, but I nearly bought one as a backup shifter. because I thought, you know what, 30 odd quid if you when you get it for in a sale, you know, you can mod it and make a tidy shifter, something that you can keep as a backup as well if you do decide to upgrade. But for the price, you can't go wrong. But if anybody wants to upgrade their the gearbox, you know, the shifter that they're using, and they don't want to splash out over £100, I would probably recommend looking at the SHH that I've got. You know, the only thing that's going to be as good as, if not slightly better, maybe the Thrustmaster. And then really, if you're willing to splash the cash, then it's really jumping up to the Fanatec. Didn't go in gear, try again. Whoa. Didn't see you there, buddy. Okay, let's have another delivery, shall we? And I think this one we're driving straight in. Oh, look at that, glass panels. Oh, was it mirrored? Couldn't quite tell actually. Oh, don't do the trailer. I pressed the trailer button, I wasn't supposed to. So used to doing it. Right, drop this off. Let's have a look. Ah, no, we're not doing that one. Blimey. That's going to take me back again to Russia. Belarus. Right, hold on. Map. Let's have a quick look. Right, we don't want to go to Rostock. Bremen. That might be a good one if we got one there. No, whoa, not doing that one. Could do that one. Peas. Alright, and I think we found one. It was somewhere here. That one. Coffee. Oh, we're in the wrong mode, don't worry. I left it in the reversing mode. Which I have a happen to do quite a lot. Yeah, so when I reverse, because you can't see my mirrors, I swap the screens depending on which way I'm reversing, so at least you can see what I'm doing, how I'm lining up, whether I'm making a dog bollocks of it and all that, you know? Right, I think we've got everything on board. Turn it off, make sure we've pressed the button. I've done this before, I pulled away without the job. Remember once I stopped at a petrol station, took my trailer off to get it. I drove off without my trailer. That was awesome. Yeah, I got a few different screen setups. I just forget the keys. That one should kick in a moment. For a closer view. Well, you got the full view. Anyway. Ta-da! Did I pick up the coffee? I've done it again, haven't I? Take the job. Right, it's here, isn't it? There it is, it's over there. Why didn't I see that before? Yeah, you get people, some people like it, some people don't. At least that one gives you the clearest view. Right, here we go, hold on. We've got to come right the way down for this one, I think. So again, reverse. I think we're going to be too close for this one. Yeah, we're going to be too close. Able to sort it. Okay, I'm not happy with that. I'll tell you what, we're going to swing it round. We'll try with the other side where there's no crates. Yeah, but it's not a zoomed in view, if you know what I mean. So if I go to that view now, you got man noggin here, and you can't see the mirror, and you can't see the mirror over here. So I know what you're saying. Swings and roundabouts, really. That's full lock, and it's probably too much of a lock. Hey! That's going to be close. We're too tight. I need this to straighten out, preferably. And what we'll do, we'll straighten that up now. This is where this screen comes in, because we need to be the other side. Triples is good. Single monitor is great, don't get me wrong. You'll enjoy the game very much in single. VR, you can play the game in VR. You could go for a VR headset. VR is a pain in the butt though, because of the low resolution. You know, I've got a Vive, I've played this in the Vive. And it's really good, enjoyable experience, but I can't play it for long periods. It gets so warm inside a headset, and the headset, because it's there on your eyes, screens in your face, it really starts to feel like it's burning your eyes out as well. So I can only play it for short periods, about an hour, 2 hours tops, and that's pushing it. Triples though kind of gives you a bit of everything. It gives you the wraparound feel that you get from VR, you know. Doesn't give you the full look around option though. It's the closest you're going to get to feeling like you're in the truck, and you've got the resolution. You know, if they can get the resolution sorted in VR, I would love to play more in VR. For now though, I tend to use it bits and bobs, and I must admit I haven't used, since I've had triple screens, I haven't really gone back to VR. You know, there's plenty of people out there who sing the praises of VR, especially for racing games, all day long. And it is a really good experience. You know, I love, you know, Assetto Corsa, grabbing an F1 car, plonking it in the floor around me, walking around it, jumping in. That's assuming I don't trip over a chair or anything. And that side of it really does add to the game, you know? But when it comes to playing and having a smooth experience with crisp graphics, where you're not having to down the graphics just to get it a playable resolution, it's frustrating. Because we're all used to high resolution, 1080 and above now. But if you look in a VR headset, it doesn't look like that at all. And these people who stream the game, but you're seeing maybe from one eye, you're not seeing what they see on the screen. What they see will look different. Because every time I've looked at those videos, and I've played the same game, I'm always like, that doesn't look the same to me. You buy VR for the experience, and if you like that experience, then you will play it more and more. But for me, nah, it's short spells for me for VR at the moment. You're not going to let me in, are you? Great. I've got to get fuel. I've got 164 miles to go with 140 litres. Ooh. Well, you got the new Pimax coming out. What's that? That's the 5K plus. Not sure what price those units are going to be. They're probably going to be a lot more. From what I've seen, yes, there is an improvement on image quality, but enough for me to warrant upgrading? Probably not. Because again, if you upgrade your headset, you're probably going to upgrade the graphics power. Even if you had an RTX 2080 Ti, probably wouldn't power it at full tilt. I don't think the graphics power is there at the moment to be able to drive those headsets to their best. I certainly struggle on a Vive and with this gear, you know, because I want to try and get a better quality image from it, so I'm ramping up, you know, the resolution and what have you to try and compensate, but it also means I'm pushing the graphics card more to try and do that. Okay, we can slow down a bit. We're speeding. Let's change lane as well, and we'll slow down in a bit. Getting food? Gagging for a coffee myself. Can't even talk, jeez. Shoot me now. Oh yeah, one screen. You know, I've run this on one screen for a long time. I used to run this on in the early days a 1080p screen. I went to a 27-inch 1440p screen, and then I went to the ultra-wide single screen for a period of time. Oh, here we go, speeds again. And then I ended up with the triple. Yes, the triple screens ultimately is a lower resolution. Well, the ultra-wide is a lower resolution. It's a 1080p ultra-wide. But I went for the 1080p ultra-wide because I thought, well, if I'm going to go triple screen, if you add up the resolution of these triples, you're pushing 4K resolution. And I know the math isn't exactly an exact science, but at the end of the day, if you're pushing 8K pixels, it's a lot of work. 8 million, I should say. I don't know why I said 8K. Sorry. Definitely got the math wrong there. Petrol station, we'll take it. Oh, here we go. For some reason it doesn't like my buttons when I do this. Cookies and milk. Hope you brought enough for everybody. Only 1,338. Lovely drop, you know. Do that on a Sunday. Go on, Mr. Van Man, I'll let you go first. So what have we got? We got what, 7 hours? Oh my god, another short job, but we've only got 2 hours to get there. Shouldn't be a problem. Where did I get 2% damage from? Oh, he's coming in quick. Please slow down. Excuse me. Yeah, they need to try and sort out the autosave because I've noticed that can cause frame drops when it does it. Yep, really frustrating that part. Whoa. Try and do a 360 shot. At least I didn't bin it. And we're on new road. So this would be part of the new map, I'm guessing. I know I've mapped this area once before, so this is all fresh now. Oh, that button box video, don't expect much. The button box I've made myself, right? So it doesn't really go into a lot of detail, but at the end of the day, it's buying a plastic box, buying the switches you want, drilling holes into the plastic box, the right size for the switches, and then wiring the switches to the circuit board that I bought. Now, if you want an easy life, if you don't want to be messing with programming a circuit board or making these grid of wires to do the switches, buy yourself the Leo Bodner switch that's in the description of that video, because it's a full plug and play 32 button USB switch. So literally all you do is you wire your switch with 2 wires, grab those 2 wires, locate like switch number 1, you'll have a ground and a positive, put 1 wire into one wire into the other, and they're both push fit. You just pop a pin down, push it in, let go, and it's in. You plug it in via USB and it will work. It's auto configuring. Windows sees it, doesn't matter what version of Windows. You know, yes, you're spending say 30 quid on that board, but that will give you 32 buttons, and you don't even have to use all those buttons at once. I started out with a bank of, I think it was 10. Then I upgraded my button box and added more buttons. Then I added the 2 stalks for indicators. So now it's completely maxed out. But saying that, if I want to change over, I know that they do a 64 button version, slightly more expensive. And all I have to do is buy that board, swap it out, rewire it, job done. It's really straightforward. It depends on what you want to do. At the end of the day, it depends on the price. And I've seen button boxes out there for, 80 quid to £100. And to me that's crazy, because if you buy the parts, you can probably pick it up for 50 quid and do it yourself, which is what I've done. The indicator stalk here, 7 quid, 8 quid off eBay. I've got another one the other side. The box are about 4 or 5 quid each. The bigger box was about 8 quid, 9 quid if I remember correctly. The buttons are going to be like 50 to 60p per button, depending on where you buy from. Same for the switches, and a bunch of wires. The biggest investment was the circuit board, but once you've got that, you've invested into a really good switch module. Have a look at it. It really is plug and play. That you don't even have to solder. You literally could just wrap the cable round. If you wanted to be really cheap and nasty about it, you can just put some insulation tape around each one, job done. But ultimately, if you don't mind spending the money, then yeah, buy one. I've seen those people with truck rigs, and they got the truck wheel. If you're into your trucks and all you want to do is play trucks, then I would say, yeah, go for it, do it. I've thought about it, but I wouldn't do a truck rig. It's like you see those people with flight sims. You know for a fact that when they do a flight sim, they do the cockpit, you got multi-monitors, you got all the flight switches, you got all your thrust levers, your flaps and everything. It looks absolutely stunning. But you know, that's all they're going to play. I've contemplated with getting the car dash because you can use the car dash to, you know, do truck and all cars, to be honest. But it's a lot of work as well, you know. You've got to get it all lined up correctly. You've got to get the wheel position so it looks like. The one that I really fancy, I know there's that guy who does videos and he makes mods. I'm trying to remember what his name is. But he recently did a BMW Dash Lite cluster and got it to work with games using SimHub, I think it was. That would be a good one to go for. BMW interior with the instrument cluster wired into SimHub. So you'd have obviously BMW instrument cluster, the dash. You could even put in your own car stereo if you wanted to. I've seen people even plug in AC into the vents as well. It's crazy what people do. Really clever as well, but I don't know if I would have the patience to do it. Yeah, that's the guy, AM Studio. There's some really good mods. He was the one that got me into modding and making my first button box. He makes a really basic button box for about, I don't know, the parts are like boxes like, I don't know, £4. The joystick board he uses, again, is about £7 off eBay. You get them on Amazon as well. It comes with the wires to do it. All you have to do is buy the switches. Probably for about £20 tops, you can make yourself a cheap 14 button box. Or is it 12? I think it's 12 maybe. I watched that video and I made my first button box by doing what he did with that very basic one. And I've still got it as a spare button box out the back. So if this breaks, stops working, at least I've got something I can plug in quickly. There are some really ingenious people around the world, I'll tell you that much. That's HUD mod. Hamill's HUD mod. Tucks everything away down the bottom. I don't need to see it. I've got my display that gives me everything anyway. And it makes it tidier for streaming because, you know, you don't have a big cluster in the corner taking over half the screen, you know. I think that's available on Steam Workshop as well. I like to see more of what's around and keep it with the sat-nav. It's a nice truck. Oh yeah, there's people out there who use controllers, not set up properly, or even keyboard as a mouse as a controller. I don't know how they do it. Well, that was a quick job. Beep. Turn, come on. Hemmel's HUD mod, I think. Let's do another one. What's around though? I think we want to head more central polystyrene boxes. That should be a nice easy load to pull. I might do a different trailer if I play it again tomorrow. Oh look, shock absorbers. Trip time 5 hours. $16 tons but urgent. What was the other one? Are you asking what display? Good night, Bosnian. Speak to you soon. Let's do the polystyrene, I think. Cargo has been loaded for the route. Okay. See, why sometimes it loads it for you and other times it doesn't? I don't understand. Oh, you mean the monitors, the LG? Nighttime again, isn't it? 8 hours to get there. Whoa, you gotta be kidding me. 8 hours, and this is telling me I've got 12 hours. That's messed up. Yeah, I haven't got time to wait. I've gotta go. Yeah, something's not right. Did I click on the right job? What job have I got? Yeah, 3 tons. So I've got 8 hours remaining to do the job in, but it's given me a trip time of 11 hours. Ah, well, doesn't matter if we're going to be late. It's only travelling the roads. Come on, you move. It's 367 miles. Can't be 11 hours. Yeah, well, I've got the speed limiter switch on. I might have to turn it off. So I think something on the map there is messed up there, or I've got something... I don't know, hold on, let me have a look at the map. Oh, that's why! Because it's taking me all the way down there and back around. I need to remap this. Why are you going over there? There we are. What the... 4 hours 48. Dodged a bullet. Except we've got Sunday drivers. Actually, well, let's have a double check of this map. I can go down this way as well, can't I? Yeah, that's 3 hours 44. That's even better. Right, that'll do. Wait, hold on. See, bugger. I'm wondering if I could have gone straight down here. It's almost worth turning round. We're still in time. We'll do that. Getting gear. Nah. This is all going to be new roads anyway, and it's well within the time scale. If you look at it, we've got 7 hours 55 to do the job in, but we've got 3 hours 31 to reach our destination at the moment on the sat-nav, so we're in time to get there, as long as we don't crash and burn or sleep. We're fine. We're all fueled up to go. I mean, I've got mostly everything turned on. The only thing I don't really have turned on is the sleep simulation, because I don't get a lot of time to play and I don't want to spend half my gameplay sleeping, so... Are in force. Whoops. Don't mind me. I'm just swerving over the road. I'm pretending to be AI. So this technically is new. Just a shame it's in the middle of the night and you can't see what's going on. So we'll just use full beam. And this road makes it look like it wants you to go down there, but what's the point when you can go straight on? I swear the sat-nav's doing weird things. So far so good, we're heading the right way. He's coming alongside, come on. I'm gonna have to brake. Ah, there's accents galore around here. That's cool. I like the lighting effect as you go by. That's done really well, actually. Makes me want to turn the lights off. Actually, that would be really cool if you had like the Philips amber light mod, where it kind of gives you the glow on the wall of what you see on the screen. Now, that would really add to the game, I reckon, especially if you played it in a dark room. I wonder if you can get that to work with games. Cruise control on. Oh yeah, one hot tip: don't forget to set your cruise control. You'll use it all the time. I do. Just try not to be that middle lane hogger, huh? Been a short trip, 1 hour 13 remaining now. Yeah! Let's just blind everybody as we go. What, cruise control? Yeah, gotta have cruise control. Let's accelerate to the speed that you want to do, press the cruise control on, and it'll keep it at that speed. You just gotta remember to ready to brake. Because at some point... There we are, see, I've set the speed too high. At some point... Alright, mister. At some point you'll have somebody try and cut you up, and you'll have to jump on the brakes. Oh, the amber light. If you look at Philips TVs, don't know if they've ever done it in a monitor, but when you watch a TV, they've got like LED strip that goes around the TV. Now you can buy strips that goes on the back of TVs and they'll just put a glow on the wall behind your TV. That's very nice. But with the Ambilight from Philips, whatever colour is on your screen, so let's say you had blue down here, a green glow here, maybe a red glow across the top, the screen will match the colour. So you'll have a blue glow on the screen, you'll have a blue glow on the wall behind you. And if you had red across the top, you'd have red on the wall up at the top and green on the other side, and again the corresponding green colour glowing from behind, adding to the overall effect of what you see. So an example here now would be with this now, if we had a car with red lights going down this side really bright, you would have a red glow on the wall. Yeah, have a look, there's videos out there showing the effect. I was just thinking now, you know, you're passing the police, the blue lights are flashing. Oop, that's not the indicator. The blue lights are flashing. In theory, then it would flash blue on the wall to the side of you, adding to the effect. But that's if they ever did a monitor version of it. I don't think they ever did. But for games where you've got, like, you play in the dark, especially, it would probably add to it, but not something I've ever thought about until now, to be honest. Yeah, I know they do them on TVs, but I don't think they ever did a monitor version or a PC version. Be interesting to know if they did, because if they did, if it was cheap, I know that you can add them to TVs and things, but they're kind of expensive. You're probably looking at nearly 100, 150 quid for what they are at the end of the day. No problemo. Oh, hold on, we're turning by here. bounce, bounce. Okay, bring it nice and tight. That might be a bit too tight. Yep, too tight. That'll do. Too much. Still haven't given it enough. Doesn't turn quicker, give it that much. That'll do. We're in, that's what counts. No damage. Drop that off. Let's see if there's got another short job on somewhere. What the devil's that? Protective clothing. Fuel tank. Radiators. Take one more job, I think. Cargo has been loaded. Thank you very much. Squeeze it through. Oh, there we are. Might be an interesting idea. Mount it behind the main monitor somewhere. Right, give me a moment. Sorry about that. It's a rather warm night and somebody woke up again, so I had to sort out a fan. It would cool them down. Right, where were we? Let's get into gear again. Yeah, stick some LEDs around, it's fine. There's a good set you can get, what is it, gearbest.com? There's a company there that does a 2-meter LED strip. I think you can pick them up for as cheap as about £22, usually retails around £26 I think. But it's Alexa controlled and you can control it through your app and it does multiple colours. And I've got 2 sets of those around the house, and I've got one in a bedroom, one behind a TV downstairs. I was toying with the idea of getting a set for the monitors as well, but oh, I'm gonna go straight through that. In the wrong lane anyway. Recommend a set like that because you could spend £10 on LEDs for monitors and they'll just do one colour and that's it. But if you want to be able to change the colours and have different shades, hues, whatever, for 26 quid or 28 quid tops, it's probably the next best thing to a Philips, and a Philips is going to be way more expensive. That view's better for daytime. Unfortunately, that you don't get to see too much. Oi, that'll knock the lights off, don't want to do that. Press the button to add. So I'm liking this because we're adding all these roads in. Right, you can come by and we'll move with you. vancargo.com. Good logo now. That looks like we're moving back into that lane anyway. Yeah, I mean, if you've got the cash now and you want to buy now, once you've bought it on Steam, it's there for you to download at any time. So it's not as if, you know, you got to download it now and that's it. So what you want to, if you're not buying on Steam, you'll buy from somewhere else and you'll get given a key. But what you want to do is make sure you activate the key as soon as possible. Because the last thing you want is somebody to, you know, hack and take a key or generate a key and it copies yours, you know. So as long as you're activating the game within your Steam, even if you haven't got a PC, I think you can activate games on the web one. I usually just log into Steam and do it, but it's not something I've ever tried, to be honest. I wouldn't buy a game and leave a key in my email and then say register it 2 weeks down the line, because you are taking a risk. The lighting at night time, where you've got these little lights lighting up the area, it looks really cool. I'm wondering if I need that nighttime mod anymore. I wonder if they've changed the nighttime in the main game. Should actually try it without, just to see if there is a big difference. That's my corner. And that was a copper right behind me. What did we get? Ooh, 3% to the trailer. We're fine because their goods are fine. No problemo. He's still there, is he? Come on. Well, that's just it, see? What you got to remember is... Well, the way I used to remember it is, if you didn't have the night fix, you'd be driving along at night time, and it would be a little bit like this now. And this is what? 4:30 in the morning, so you expect a little bit of light in the sky, but at midnight, with no lights around you other than maybe 1 or 2 cars, it should be pretty much pitch black except for what you're lighting up in front of you. So that's where I always downloaded the night fix, because it really does make it pitch black if you don't have your lights on. Whereas for me, nighttime in the earlier editions, I haven't checked it in the new one, used to be similar to what you see now, where the skies would be more of a bluey black rather than a deep black, you know? Which makes the lighting different as well, but I know they've improved the lighting on this game, so really I should take my night fix off and see whether the lighting that they've improved on has improved the nighttime overall to where I don't need that mod anymore. So I might actually look at doing that tomorrow, have a quick test and see if the night mod is required anymore or not. Because I think they're using the same lighting now as they did in American Truckers. American Truckers always did have better lighting. So if they're using the same, I probably won't need that night mod anymore. Ugh. I cannot stick to the speed limit, sorry. It's just not in me. And I hit the wrong gear again. Rubbish. Yeah, I'll have a dabble with it tomorrow. I got a feeling I might be able to get away with it. We've got 1 hour and 9 minutes to go, so nearly there. Won't be much longer. Hold on, where are we going straight on? In the wrong lane. I was lucky. Oh crap. Look out. Whoa, in the wrong lane. I don't know, it depends if you drive like me, it'd probably be really bad. Ah, it could be a good idea, do it. You could do... I mean, let's face it, if you want to be a trucker in real world, yeah, you'd have to do the tests, you know? You've got your HGV Class 2, your HGV Class 1. You know, they're going to be checking how good you are at driving with a big rig. They're going to be checking how you can park and load and unload. So yeah, why not do something like a little... It'll be a new introduction to the game, rather than you just pick up a job and drive. They could do some kind of test. And have like a test area or a test map, you know, where you get to do... Damn gears. Where you get to do the maneuvers, you know? Like changing gear and not messing it up like I do every so often. What's going on anybody here then? Oh, another rear ender. And they can always add it as an option as to whether you want to do the training. You see it in some games where you can skip an introduction. As long as you've done the introduction once in the game's life, you could then put in there, right, if you have a secondary profile or you start again, you can skip the option. I can see them only doing it once per profile. Just do it that you need to pass a certain level. Maybe they can do it by XP. You've got to get a certain amount of XP for you to continue. Once you've done it, you can't do it again unless you start a new profile. Dun dun dun. Map. Oh, there we are. We're back up to 60.26%. So that middle area is looking a bit better. So if I can come over this way, or head further down south to Stuttgart. Yeah, but if you only make it a one time, it doesn't matter if you've got a new profile, it's only going to give you that boost of XP once. Because to have, unless you fail, and I'm guessing any XP you would have would only be a small amount in comparison to what you earn by doing proper deliveries. So really it's more about just practicing, I don't know, maneuvers like tight corner or reverse parking into a bay or something. They could just do simple tests if they want to do it that way. It would make it more interesting than the first part of the game where they just literally plonk you in a truck with a load and say, right, deliver this around the corner. Because usually it's really straightforward. So it may make it a bit more interesting to say, right, here's a test center. You've got, I don't know, however many feet of room to play with or acres or whatever. And, you know, you've got a, I don't know, an off-road section to practice driving over bumps. You've got a reversing section. You've got some tight corners to navigate. Once you've done that, you go into the game. It's a nice idea, but again, it's whether they want to introduce something like that. Anyhow, as it stands, I'm going to leave it there because it's getting late for me, and I've got a little one who's been up and down all night, so I'm going to have to make sure that they're staying in bed, otherwise they're never going to get up for school. And so I'm going to end the stream there. Thanks for sticking around and enjoying the stream with me. If you have enjoyed the stream and you haven't done so already, leave a like and subscribe, please, because it does help the channel. And as usual, I'll see you in the next one, so take care. Dale, good to see you. I'll speak to you soon, buddy. And everyone else, take care.